There are things hanging on your walls every single day that could quietly be pushing your whole family's money right out the door. Even though everyone in your household works hard all year long, when you look at your savings at the end of the year, there is still hardly anything set aside, and sometimes you might even find yourself falling into debt. It is as if your money grew a pair of legs, put on its hat, and walked away without you ever noticing. And listening to this, you might be wondering, they are just a few things hanging on the wall, so how could they possibly affect the money in my home? But here is the thing. In Feng Shui, the walls of your home do more than shelter you from the sun and the rain. They are a solid support and a boundary that gathers the flow of energy, which people in the old days called qi, inside your home. They protect you, they shield you from bad currents of energy, and they keep you and your loved ones safe and prosperous. Because the walls are so important. When you hang the wrong things on them, those things upset the stability that was already there, and the energy in your home no longer flows smoothly. And once the energy stops flowing well, your wealth begins to leak away, and it becomes harder for your family to feel at peace. So, to help you avoid the mistakes people make when arranging the walls in their home, today I am going to share with you the 5 most notable items among the things you should not hang on your walls so that your family's money cannot slip away. Along with that, I will also give you a few small tips for making adjustments in case you have already hung something that is not quite right to help your family welcome in more auspicious and lucky energy. Now, let us begin. Item number 1, gloomy pictures and paintings. First, we have to talk about paintings with dark, sorrowful tones. That might be a painting of a deep red sunset slowly fading away, a bare tree in the middle of winter, a rough and stormy sea lost in mist, or a single lonely figure in a cold, gray scene. Many of you find pictures like these deep and artistic, so you buy them to decorate your living room or your bedroom. But according to the old folk beliefs handed down over the years, inside the home you should hang things that are bright and lively in order to nourish what is called living energy, meaning the vibrant, life-filled energy of the house. Paintings of decay and loneliness, on the other hand, carry a great deal of yin energy, which you can think of as a cold, mournful current, the opposite of that warm, living energy. When there is a lot of this cold energy lingering in the home, the living energy gets pushed aside, the flow of energy that nourishes your wealth slowly weakens, and so your family's fortune becomes hard to gather and hard to hold on to for the long term. And from what I have looked into, the clearest effect of gloomy paintings is that they make it harder for your mind to feel clear. When you talk over business matters, you feel less decisive, you hesitate, and so it is easy to miss out on a good opportunity. Husband and wife, parents and children in the home also talk less with one another. Each person keeps to their own worries, so it is hard for everyone to pull together and build up the household. And that means however much money you make, it is just as easy for it to slip away. So if your home has gloomy paintings like these, then first, take those paintings down, especially in the living room and the bedroom, which are the 2 places that need living energy the most. After that, replace them with paintings that are brighter and more full of life. For example, a peaceful landscape of mountains and water, a painting of peonies in full bloom, which stand for wealth and honor, a painting of carp or a school of fish swimming, which stands for money flowing in abundantly, or a scene of the countryside at harvest time, with golden rice hanging heavy on the stalk, which stands for plenty and abundance. These paintings usually carry a meaning of growth and abundance, and they help fill your home with living energy so that your business dealings gradually become more prosperous too. And if you still love a sunset scene, then choose one with warm, cheerful shades of yellow and orange, rather than a harsh red or a cold gray. As for where to hang it, choose a painting that is balanced in size with the wall, hang it at eye level, and keep the surface clean and bright with no dust or mold. That way the whole family stays in good spirits, and your work, your career, and your life all flow along more smoothly. Number 2, photographs of the deceased. Next, there is another kind of object often hung on the wall that you should pay attention to, and that is a photograph of someone who has passed away. Many families, out of love and longing for their grandparents or their parents, hang photographs of them right in the living room, the most dignified and most visible spot, as a way of keeping their departed loved ones close to their children and grandchildren. That feeling, that sense of devotion, is truly precious. But according to Feng Shui, the living room is where energy gathers. It is the face of the whole house, and it needs plenty of yang energy, meaning the warm, lively energy of the place where the living go about their day and welcome their guests. A photograph of someone who has passed away, on the other hand, leans toward yin, and it can bring down the atmosphere of the living room and take away some of the warmth that should be there. I have noticed in many homes that whenever guests come to visit, the moment they step into the living room and see a memorial photograph hanging solemnly on the wall, everyone becomes reserved, and so your business talk and your happy occasions have a harder time opening up. When guests and helpful people rarely come by, the business dealings and the opportunities that come through your relationships also grow fewer and fewer. On top of that, facing a memorial photograph every single day keeps stirring up sorrow, so your mind is often not fully given to your work, and matters of money and business become harder to think through clearly. I share this not to say that you cannot hang photographs of your loved ones at all, because honoring and remembering our grandparents and ancestors is a matter of principle, a precious tradition passed down from long ago. But you should also choose more suitable places to remember your grandparents and parents. For instance, you can set aside a dignified, quiet space in your home to place the photograph and honor them, rather than hanging it in the living room, where many people come and go. If your home is small and there is no separate room, then you can arrange a tidy little area for remembrance, set well apart from where you receive guests and where the family gathers. You should also take care not to hang the photograph directly facing the front door and not to place it in the bedroom. At the same time, the place where you keep the photograph should be kept clean, warm, and well lit. When you arrange the photograph in harmony this way, you fulfill your duty of respect toward the departed while keeping the living room, the place of the living, bright and warm, so that business and the welcoming of guests in your home go more smoothly. From there, money too can find its way to your family and build up over time. Number 3. Sharp decorations, swords and blades, and animal horns. Take a look up at the wall of your own living room. Is there anything with a sharp point or a sharp edge aimed straight at the sofa, at the dining table, or at the spot where everyone likes to sit? If your home has objects like these, with sharp points, sharp edges, and tips pointing outward, then according to form Feng Shui, meaning the school that judges good and bad by looking at the shapes and postures of houses and objects, they create what is called killing energy, a harmful current that radiates from blades and sharp things. When the sharp tip of a sword or the sharp point of a horn is aimed straight at where you sit or where you sleep, it is no different from having an invisible arrow shot at the people in the home, day after day. It is this harmful energy of sharp shapes that causes the wealth you worked so hard to earn, the wealth you should have been able to gather and save, to keep leaking away through unexpected expenses and troubles that keep popping up out of nowhere. Many times, just when you have a little set aside, you run into something that forces you to spend it. Your business calculations are more prone to mistakes. Whatever you invest in has a hard time turning a profit, and little comes in while a lot goes out. And so, however hard your whole family tries, your wealth still has a hard time building up. That is why you should tuck those swords and blades neatly away in a cabinet, rather than showing them off out on the wall. As for animal horns or mounted heads, if they are keepsakes you treasure and want to hold on to, then move them to a place where few people pass by, far from the living room and the bedroom, the two places that need peace the most. If you still want to display them, then turn them so that the sharp point or sharp tip is not aimed straight at the sofa, the dining table, or the bed, but faces toward an area where few people go. Along with that, you can place a potted plant with round leaves and healthy green foliage nearby, because plants with round, soft foliage help soften those sharp currents of energy coming off the blades. When the sharp points are no longer aimed at where you live and the harmful energy is resolved, then the money in your home can finally stay. The income and the business dealings that used to come and then vanish just as quickly can now be gathered in, held onto, and slowly saved up into a nest egg for your family. Whatever you set your hand to goes more smoothly, and you rarely run into a situation where the work stalls halfway and you have to spend money to patch it up. Money comes in steadily, money goes out in measured amounts, and just like that, your household grows more secure by the day. Number 4. Broken lights. That habit we all have of setting something aside and then forgetting all about it can sometimes be the very thing quietly keeping money outside the door. The light on the wall has just burned out, and you tell yourself you will replace it over the weekend when you have some free time. Then work sweeps you along, and before you know it, that broken light has been sitting there dead on the wall for months. Did you know that in Feng Shui, light is an important source of yang energy for the home? Yang energy you can think of as warm, bright energy that is full of life. A corner of the wall that ought to be lit is now dark, or it keeps flickering on and off, which means that spot is running short on yang energy. And when the flow of energy in the home is not steady, the flow of money in your home can fade away right along with it. The income that should have flowed to you is now held back. One month you receive it, the next month it slips away, which makes it hard for you to plan and arrange your spending in a settled way. Business dealings that were going well suddenly begin to fade, and customers and partners grow fewer without you quite knowing why. Money keeps flowing out for repairs and little patch-up jobs around the house, while the money flowing in grows scarcer and scarcer. If your home has a wall light like that, then replace the burned-out bulb right away. If one keeps flickering, check the wiring and fix it for good, rather than letting it flicker between light and dark for a long time. If the light is old and truly broken beyond repair, then take it down and put a new one in its place. Do not leave a broken fixture hanging bare on the wall. As for the light itself, choose a bulb with a warm yellow glow or a moderate bright white, enough to light up the whole stretch of wall so that no corner of your home is left dark and dim. A home that is always bright is always full of life. Guests and partners who come to your home feel good about it and feel a sense of trust. And from there, good business dealings and good opportunities can find their way to you more often. Plenty of light also keeps your mind sharp, so that when you go over the books and balance what comes in against what goes out, everything is clear and orderly, and you know exactly where your money is going. That way, the wealth in your home is tended to carefully, and it grows fuller day by day. Number 5. Old calendars. Every time the new year comes around, I notice a great many homes that entered the new year long ago, yet the wall still holds last year's calendar. Some homes even keep calendars from 2 or 3 years back, the paper already yellowed, and still they have not taken them down. But according to the beliefs of our grandparents, a calendar stands for time, for the fortune of a whole year. Fortune, here, means the current of luck, the good and the bad, the rise and the fall that follows each person and each home over a stretch of time. Stepping into the new year means welcoming in a new current of fortune, a fresh start. Yet if the wall of your home still holds the calendar of the year gone by, it is no different from clinging to something old that has had its time and refusing to open the door to the new. It is for this very reason that our grandparents kept the custom of changing the calendar and cleaning the house at the end of every year, to let go of what was old and worn, and to welcome the luck and fortune of the new year into the home. When your home keeps lingering in that old, stale atmosphere, the fortune of the new year has a hard time finding its way in. And so the new business opportunities and the new sources of income that should have arrived during the year keep falling through and slipping away, while you stay stuck with the old dealings and the old income that never seem to grow. The whole family works all year long, yet the money keeps circling around the same old level. If your home has an old calendar hanging like that, then take down all those old sheets and old calendars from years past and hang up the calendar for the current year. If it is early in the year and you have not gotten a new calendar yet, then it is better to leave that stretch of wall empty and open. As for where to hang it, choose a spot that is dignified, bright, and tidy, and avoid a dark corner or a damp place. And whenever the old year ends, get yourself into the habit of putting up a new calendar, tidying up the house, and clearing away things that are old and expired, as a way of clearing a space to welcome in the new fortune of the year. When the calendar on the wall matches the current year, it is as if your home has one more daily reminder that the family is ready to step onto a new road, ready to open its heart to new opportunities and new sources of money. That way, your business through the year gains fresh life, fortune has a path to find you, and new streams of income keep arriving, one after another, for your family. And with that, I have shared with you the 5 things you should not hang on the walls of your home. As you can see, when you rearrange your home so that the space is in harmony, The energy in your home flows freely, opening the way for fortune to find its way back to your family. And in the videos to come, if there is any Feng Shui topic you would like me to share more about, just leave a comment down below so we can keep sharing together. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I wish you and your family peace and abundance, always. Goodbye, and I will see you next time.